6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Pilot, 64, wait. Look at me. Go, 2.
On 2nd down, Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. On 4th down, Herbert. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Here we go. 91.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Protein spill. Now.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over first and 10
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, Tuesday. 51, Sam!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They'll look to run with Freeman. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
Let's go. He tighten up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
He's going to get it running right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check, 59. Watch the slant.
On second down, Ryan. He's got a man, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike is 59. Big stuff, G. Big stuff.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike is 59.
Hey, Foxtrot.
2nd and 10 now, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
1st down, Falcons.
Watch the pass.
20. Hey, dude.
Check. 59. 6-man. Check curls. 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Smith.
Mike 59. Coming this way. Here we go. Mike 59.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, right. 59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Ryan, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Diggs. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Let's go.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On the ground, it's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Let's go. 8, read. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Here we go. Check.
Now.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Ready?
On 4th down, Herbert, and that's caught by Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check 50. Check 50.
Topper! Wait!
To throw again on second down. Ryan, and this one complete to Smith. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, wahoo!
Third and 2, now Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Here's Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready, 25. 54, Mike. Let him know.
Now Ryan on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check. Right there, 54, right there.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Pull it high.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Mike 52.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Cook following the penalty. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Pick it up.
Hey, 1-7. Check.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught by Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Now Cook running right. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Ready. 18 Gator. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Now.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
It's a turnover on downs.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, Sam. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike, check.
One last shot for Ryan. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still